So this actually perfectly leads into question number 2.
Yes.
Right? Brother McCarthy, I'm just going to add a little bit of spice onto this one, all right? So what are some things that you have done to build relationships with your students? But here's the spice part. You were also an educational leader inside of a school building, right? You led teachers, you helped lead teachers. So what are some things that you did to build relationships with the teachers under your care as well? So let's go students first, which you talked about this briefly. And then what are some things you did to build some relationships with your teachers? And if you want to add parents in there, build a relationship with parents, by all means, feel free.
And I think, to the point, I think building all three of those relationships are vitally important as an educator. Number one, with your kids, like I said, investing in their lives. When you have kids that are on sports teams, they love to look up in the stands and see their teachers. I had kids used to be like, hey, Ms. McCarthy, you coming to the game tonight? I wasn't playing, but they wanted their teacher in the stands. And I would interact with them. And then, we come in on Tuesday and I'll say, hey, Marquise, you fumbled that homework like you fumbled that ball at the game. But they knew that it was all love. They knew that, hey, he's not, it's love. And oh, you got me, Ms. McCarthy, ha, ha, ha. And then, like I said, asking questions. You see a kid come in who looks sick, ask them, hey, are you feeling okay today? And not in I need to know if you're okay because it's going to affect my classroom. I need to know if you're okay because I don't want you to be a sick person. Help me understand what's going on. Kids come up to you in the hallway, hey, can I get $1 for a soda? How much, think about what it took for that kid to walk up to you as an adult and ask for that dollar. And then as an adult, how much does it take away from you to give this kid that dollar? Those are the little things. And I think one other thing that I'll say about relationships with students, teachers have to be mindful that your relationship and your reputation around the school carries. You don't have to have a relationship with every single kid, but some of your relationships become strategic relationships because now you have an ally. Marquise comes into class and he'll say to the class, hey, y'all keep that down. Y'all know Mr. McCarthy don't play that. But you have to get the kids to be part of your team as well. It's one team. When it comes to parents, one of the things that we were very cognizant of when I was in the building is you should make every effort to contact every single one of the parents on your roster within the first 30 days of school, because you want to establish that relationship that, hey, mom or dad, whenever I call you, it's not something bad. Hey, I've called you and spoke to you before. Hey, I'm just calling to reach out. And then find time to make those positive calls. Those times that, hey, little Johnny showed out in class. Hey, Miss Jones, not call about anything bad today. I want to let you know that Marquise, little John, he showed out today. He did his homework. So proud of him. Those type of things say to the parents, the teacher cares. Because if the first time you call me is you have some issue with my child, that's probably not going to be the most positive conversation. But if parents know you and your reputation is, hey, he's fair, he's firm, he's consistent. Oh, he taught your older brother 10 years ago, and he's good people. That goes as far as building that relationship. With the teachers and your colleagues, as an administrator and as a teacher, you got to be supportive. People understand when you are there for them. Hey, if I know that there's something going on in the teacher's classroom, hey, is there anything I can help you with that? Is there any way that I can be of service? Hey, if it's a kid that may be causing a particular problem, hey, I'll come in and say, hey, you want me to come around third period and talk to them? Showing people with your actions that you are invested in their success, to me, is the most fundamental way of building a relationship. Because when people feel that you care about them, then now you can open doors to other conversations. But if we just have this adversarial, hey, we both teach at the same school, but that's the only real connection we have, it's going to be difficult to really be a team. And as you mentioned earlier, getting our kids to where they deserve to be, it takes a team. And so you have to be willing to put forth that effort if you want to be called an educator.
And kind of piggybacking off what you said, tell all my teachers and even leaders that you have to have that emotional intelligence to be able to know and fill out certain situations. When you're a teacher in education, you are in the people business. You are dealing with people from all walks of life. And even though there's universal things you can do and strategies, every student, every parent is different. And you have to be able to be willing to hear them, not just listen, but really hear and want to hear what are their concerns. Because many times parents are calling they have a concern. Sometimes you'll hear it and you may hear the anger, you may hear the heat from it, but there's a level of concern that they have for their child. And as a teacher, you want to relay to that parent to say that, ma'am, I hear you. What can I do to help partner with you and support you? As a leader, teacher, I hear you that you're frustrated. I hear that you may have 32 kids in your classroom. What can I do to help partner with you to support you? So at all levels, we have to stop putting our guard up to say, what do you want? Or that you're complaining. Is no, you're coming with a concern because I'm going in initially understanding that you care. How can I help support you?
And you know, that's one of the best things, man, that I learned from Jamar Robinson, principal of Westlake, that passed away in November, rest in peace.
Right.
One thing that he taught me before I became an assistant principal and a leader myself is you have to continuously try to figure out what the root cause is for any specific scenario, because as a parent, we can be frustrated, and I say we because I've been there this past summer. We can be frustrated and often take our frustration out on the teacher, not knowing that that's what we're trying to, that's what we're doing, excuse me, but just really crying out for what can I do, because I see that my child isn't doing the best and I want them to be better than me, but I don't know what to do, so I feel helpless. And one of the things that he taught me was, if you just, in essence, just ask, ma'am, sir, what do you want? Not in a disrespectful way, but what do you want? Or no, let's not say what do you want, because then people listening to this just say what you want. That'd be bad. So it's more along the lines of, how can I help?
Right.
And they'll then tell you, well, he was struggling with this homework assignment and I just don't get it. Oh, well, that's fine. We have remediation for that, and he can do this and this, and if he passes the test, then we're good. And they just want to hear that reassurance.
Thank you so much for watching the Educated Exchange.
Now, if you like what you saw today, please feel free to hit that like button below, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends.
Please comment below, and we'll catch you on the next one.